Hey guys, Ladius here, and I'm back with another review. This time it's on Ragnarok Heavy Survive on the Beyblade Burst line. So let's get started. It's a standard starter set, so it comes with the bay and the launcher, no bay logger. The launcher is the exact same one as the past ones. So far I don't have a string launcher, and it should be released later this month. So not much to say about this. Let's get to the actual bay itself. Ragnarok Heavy Survive. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's got a cool fire vibe to it. And there's a reason for that, in a way, sort of. But let's just get started. As always, I'll start with the driver, Survive. It's basically called Survive because it is a stamina type tip, and it's a stamina bay. So it's sorry, just trying to make sure it focuses. There we go. You can see the S right over there. And again, I did not put stickers on any of my drivers. I'm not sure if I will. Now, Survive has sort of like a defense performance tip from the Metal Saga, and to compare that to, here's my torch Aries. As you can see, except it's a lot thinner, but it still is exactly like a defense tip, even with a little tip at it, except just a lot thinner. So that means it's pretty good for a stamina type. Well, at least this one is, just because it's a lot thinner than the defense tips were. Since these were wider, they would have more positions to get back on, but since this is a lot thinner, it's sort of hard to do it. It can still do it, but it's probably not best to use Survive as a defense tip just because it's really thin. Well, all of these drivers have thin tips, but it can be used for a defense type. But I haven't used it that much as a defense combo, so I can't really say it's great for a defense combo. It might be a little bit better than defense though, the one that comes with Kirby's. So moving on to heavy, which for me looks like this big armor thing, which is really cool. We got the two H's over here on the prongs for heavy, and then we have this X-shaped thing. And what's cool about it is it extends out. It adds more weight to it, and it's not as hollow. It's a little hollow. Actually, never mind. It is hollow, and even on the extra weights, it's hollowed out, so it evens it out a little bit more for others. It's really good. It's actually one of the best layers, or so far the best layer that we have. It has a lot of weight. It's the heaviest, and not only that, it's also pretty thick compared to the other ones, so it gives it more defense. And with these little, even though it's just a little stuck out just a little bit over here, it can be used for a quick little attack or an extra defense type too. So heavy is the best layer we have so far, and it's really good. So you should probably get this bay even if it's just for this layer, but I'm not saying get this bay just for the layer, because Survive is pretty good, and we'll get to Ragnarok in a minute, and heavy is just amazing. Now, Ragnarok. For those of you who don't know, Ragnarok is based on the Norse mythology, the one with Thor and stuff, and it's basically the Norse mythology version of the apocalypse. So it's sort of hard for me to explain exactly what Ragnarok is in Norse mythology, because it's not technically a person, it's just this thing. I don't really know how to explain it, so I'm sorry. but the motif that they went with, it's sort of like a person, and it kind of looks like a big flame cloud. As you can see, there's fire over here, and it just, for me, kind of resembles a cloud in a way too. It is the widest, or almost the widest layer that we have. It's not that bad on weight. It's kind of light though, but it's okay. And it looks a lot more like a Z. It sort of resembles Spriggan, but reversed, and orange instead of red. So in a way, that's sort of also why I also bought the two together. It's not good at all for attack. This is mostly just good for stamina. Maybe you can make a good balance combo out of it, but I wouldn't recommend using it as an attack type, just because the way that there's little bumps over here, but it's just one hit and then it's just bumps. It's mostly just to take the bay away from it so it can stay in the center just a little bit longer. So it's not the best for attack, because it's not trying to attack it, it's trying to repel it so that it can stay there in the center a little bit longer. So it's good for stamina. And like I said, with the Spriggan over here is the NFC chip, and again, if you don't know where it is on those other ones, just turn it upside down and look for the thing that would say number 1 or 2, sometimes A1, A2, I don't know, because this one just says 2. On Spriggan it said A4, so yeah. Now that's it for the Spriggan layer, sorry, the Ragnarok layer. And now let's do a quick test launch. So when you launch the Ragnarok Bay, it sort of looks like it's really extended. Let me show you. It looks like it's really extended, but that's just a little bit of an illusion with how wide the layer is. And you can see it's staying perfectly in the middle. So I would definitely recommend you get the Ragnarok Bay. You should definitely get all 4 of the main bays. First, because it's just the start of Burst, and it'll be cool to have the first 4 ones, and just because it's worth it to have them, because it's just, I don't know, it's just cool. We know we'll get better bays in the future, but so far Ragnarok is a pretty decent bay with a really good part, and it's worth it. You should get them. So rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later, and stay tuned for my Death Scyther review. Thank you.